A new wave of excitement swept across the country this afternoon as the news broke that President Muhammadu Buhari has signed the Not Too Young to Run bill into law. Nigeria now has the prospects of being in the ranks of countries like France and Canada, which boasts of very young elected office holders. The Not Too Young to Run bill reduces the minimum age for presidential candidates in Nigeria from 40 to 35. That of state governors and senators is now down from 35 to 30 years. Passed by both chambers of the National Assembly in 2017, the bill also reduces the age limit for State House of Assembly candidates, that is now 25 years. What does this mean for Nigerian youths? How much impact will this law have on the political landscape of the country? How can young Nigerians take advantage of this law positively to avoid mistakes of the past? These and more we shall try to find answers to on Nigeria Today. I am Segun Ojelade. I welcome you to the program. I'm being joined by to discuss the signing of the Not Too Young to Run bill by Honorable Onyeaguocha. He is a former member of the House of Representatives, where he represented Owerri Federal Constituency. He is an international environmental human rights lawyer and pro-democracy advocate. Honorable Uche Onyeaguocha, I welcome you to the program.
Thank you, sir.
On his left is a young man, one of those whose bill is meant for. He is Johannes Wojuola. He is a lawyer and public analyst. I welcome you, Johannes, to the program.
My pleasure.
Now, I won't start with the young. Let me start with the young at heart. So, Honorable, why the excitement about the signing of the Not Too Young to Run bill? Why is it generating much excitement among the youths? Why is it a big deal?
Well, I think it's eliciting excitement because the youths have never had it this good within the context of the Nigerian Constitution. But I think there shouldn't be too much excitement. It should be the beginning of the process of ensuring that youths are now given opportunity to participate in governance by virtue of the legal provisions that we have in our Constitution. Why I say that people should not be excited is because there is already a conflict of some sort in the same Constitution. The Constitution provides now by this amendment that people can run for House of Assembly once they're up to the age of 25, or even the House of Reps. But I want to point out that some House of Assembly seats are just equivalent of a local government. In fact, in some cases, I know of a local government in Rivers State that has 2 House of Representatives members. So a situation where you say that somebody can only run for House of Representatives if he attains the age of 25, and the Constitution does not say what age a person should be before he can run for local government chairman. It's a lacuna or a conflict of some sort. If the chairman of a local government who has executive powers can have the privilege under the Constitution to be somebody up to the age of 18 and above, I think we should leave everything from 18 and above.
Okay. Young man, why are Nigerian youths excited about this bill?
Okay. First, let me correct something that was said earlier by you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the bill did not reduce the age of the governors from 35 to 30.
Okay.
That was what was projected. But eventually, what eventually was signed into law did not touch the ages of the governors and also the senators. And that is a cause for further debate and further worry. But in terms of, back to your question, and that is the excitement that young people have right now, it's founded on the fact that there is now a broader horizon for young people to participate actively in the decision-making processes of governance. Though it doesn't solve the enormous challenges of political participation, but it's a step in the right direction. It's a step that basically brings more young people who have aspired to beyond just voting, to be voted for. And like Honorable said, and rightly so, there are so many other positions out there in the state, even the position of councillor or local government chairman and what have you, they have always been available to young people. And the question has always been asked, what did we do with those positions then? Maybe we didn't aspire for those ones and wanted the big fishes. So now the big fishes are available for us to catch. And it's also a step for those who have been active and those who are really concerned about more inclusive democratic systems, for them to go further, to have more campaigns and more questions being asked as to party finances, which is a key issue in political participation.
We'll come to that. Honorable, is it about the law? We are excited that a bill has been signed that empowers young people, reduces the age, gives them. Is it about the age? Is it about the law? Because we know that, just like he said, it's not a tea party to want to run for any office, governors, presidency, or even House of Reps, under the dispensation that we are today. Is it about the law?
Well, I would argue that it shouldn't be about the law, but I want to take you back to where I started. There is no law that says that for you to be appointed a minister, you must be up to the age of 25. Why then should there be a law saying that for you to run for House of Representatives, ordinary House of Assembly, that you must be up to the age of 25? I am saying that in the first instance, the proper thing the National Assembly should have done is to entirely waive the issue of age. Anybody who can vote should also have the right to be voted for, as long as you are up to the voting age. I hold a different view even. I believe that the voting age should be reduced from 18 to 16, because most of our kids these days are graduating from secondary school at the age of 15, and they have much more information to guide them on the decision as to who to vote for, and I do not see why they should be excluded. And considering that you can vote, it should be left for the society to determine, because a situation where Falga local government in Port Harcourt local government in Rivers State, has 2 federal constituencies and has 1 local government chairman. And for you to qualify to run to be local government chairman in that Falga local government, there is no age limitation. Why then should there be a limitation for those who want to go to represent them in the House of Representatives or even House of Assembly, or even in the case of appointment into senior government positions?
Okay. Now, the young people now have the law, and we all know that it doesn't stop there.
At all.
Why does it not stop there? What are those encumbrances or hindrances that have been, apart from the age, that have prevented youths from not aspiring? Now maybe they've been aspiring or not getting to elective offices. Will this law affect such barriers? Well, or there is more to be done?
There have always been several barriers to political participation, and age, it was just one of them. And age was not even a major item, to be honest. A major item for me, and for most of the young people who are interested in political office or attaining political offices or getting elected to political office, has always been financial. has always been, we have an electoral system that basically, that before you can even get the councillorship ticket at the lowest level, you spent hundreds of thousands of naira, not to even talk about millions of naira. For you to get local government chairman, you've spent millions and millions of naira. For you to become a member of the House of Rep at the state level, you spent millions of naira. So what are we doing about checking how money influences elections? That is one aspect. Another barrier that has been out there is apathy. Because we have a system where we have so many critics of governance, so many critics of leadership, but they are outside the political fray. They don't want to get into the party system. Our constitution has made it clear. You cannot be elected there's no independent candidature. You have to be part of a political party, part of a political system that gets you into office. We need more young people to come into the political system, get into parties around them, get active in the congresses of those parties at the lower level, and understand how the politics is not basically staying on Twitter or Facebook and commenting and criticizing and postulating, but it's about getting active in the real political system. Our political system is quite deep, from the ward level to the state local government level to the state level, then the federal level. It's quite very, very big and enormous. But how many young people appreciate this? And they have to get into the political system to be able to appreciate it.
Okay. Now, recently we've heard of congresses of political parties where the positions are contested with so much rancor and acrimony, taking ownership of the party from ward to local government, to states, and then national. Now, and we saw what came to play. That brings me to the issue of godfatherism. For anybody to want to be part of the system at whatever level, he has godfatherism to contend with. There are people, political office holders, governors, and the rest of them that control the fundamentals of the party. What will this not too young to run bill, will it help the youths in breaking into such barriers of godfatherism, money politics, and the intrigues that go with fielding candidates for political parties? Honorable.
With the greatest respect, I do not see our present youths as being change makers, with due respect to my brother here. And my reason is very simple.
You will react to that?
Yes. You do not need a godfather to run for an election. You only need to have your conviction, your ideals, which you want to postulate, and get the people to buy into it. Most people, like he's trying to analyze, make it seem as if you must have a bag full of money before you can contest for election. No, it's not correct. That is only if you want a PDP ticket or an APC ticket or an ABGA ticket. Why don't you go and take one of those brand new parties where nobody will require you to pay any money? I am a typical example of one. I contested election in 2003 for the position of House of Representatives to serve my constituency, and all the money I had on earth when I ran was less than 150,000 naira. The ticket was just given to me, and I just, with ABGA, and I won. People should be able to identify genuine parties in their constituency. But if you want to wake up and you want to go and get the ticket of APC and beat President Buhari to it, you're wasting your time. Or you want to go to PDP and then beat Uche to it, you're wasting your time. Go look for a brand new party that represents the ideals which you stand for, and then use it to go and campaign.
Are the people, you just mentioned, you just said something now. Yes, interesting, that you youths, you are not change agents, change makers. Are the people out there, how do they see the Nigerian youths today? I mean, do they see you as being of quality or sincerity, or having the mental capacity to be entrusted with a political office?
Well, perception may not be the truth in this instance. While older folks may have a negative perception of young people, in the sense that they may say that we are not capable, or we don't have the skills or wherewithal to seek leadership positions. To the contrary, that is not true. We've seen young people in different enterprises show not just leadership, but ability to change their circumstances, to change their immediate environment, to be able to prefer leadership wherever they found themselves, in the fields of pharmacy, in the fields of medicine, in the fields of law, in the fields of
professionals,
in professionals, in media, in enterprise.
How about politics?
But that is where there's a case. So young people are asking, and we are asking, that we have shown that we have capacity elsewhere, in innovation, in bringing out ideas. And when you look at it, really, the political landscape is made up of young politicians who are supplying ideas to the older politicians. Yes. So why not allow us implement our own ideas? Okay. So young people have the capacity, yes, they have the wherewithal, but it's now the opportunity and a system that permits and allows young people to be able to put forward those ideas and those qualities that they have.
I support you.
Why should they allow you?
Well,
for you to get it, you have to be a revolutionary.
Power is not served à la carte, as he said, and I agree with you.
Yeah, there are no revolutionaries amongst you people any longer. When you go to universities, you don't protest any longer. You are not afraid of challenging the system. It's only when you're prepared to challenge the system, yes, that you can benefit from it. Okay. These days, Sudan Union leaders, yes, have personal assistants, yes, special assistants. Yes. They are not revolutionaries. The day you wake up to the fact that the youth is necessarily a revolutionary, you get what you want.
Gentlemen, you know what we do? We will suspend this discussion just for 1 or 2 minutes, okay, because there are Nigerians out there who have equally contributed to this discussion earlier in the day. We'll take a short break. Let's hear some of them.
The president has kept to his promise, because he said in his broadcast that he was going to sign it, and if he has done that, then we thank him for that. So all hands will be on deck, that we'll see what the young people will do this time around. So it's a good development.
Well, it's a welcome development, and I look at it as something that will motivate the younger ones to take up the initiative, to take up the leadership of this nation. But the issue is that where can they get the resources, the finance to enable them get up to that political position? That is the question on ground.
We have to buckle up, because this is our chance to be in the government, and we have to go to school and to study well, so that we can come out with a good result to represent people in the government level.
The thing for the youth now is, you see, the ball is now in their court. It's for them to know how to galvanize their efforts towards taking advantage of this very beautiful opportunity.
Thank you very much. Those are Nigerians who made their comments earlier in the day about this bill. Many of them see this bill, this new law, as an opportunity for Nigerian youths to actively participate in elective office. Now, let's look at the bill being an opportunity. If it's an opportunity, how can Nigerian youths, we have a bill now that we have all clamored for and we believe so much in it, how can they activate the potentials of these youths? Who are those that must assist them, even themselves?
First, if you don't tell your story, nobody will tell it for you. So the youth should take advantage of this little space that has been created to move into the National Assembly and cause the entire law that provides for age limitation to be taken away completely. That is the only good advantage we have now. And they should not wait for those political parties that have been built up over the years. Because who are those that vote for these political parties? Is the youths. Who are their talks? The youths. Who are those who canvass for them? The youths. Galvanize all of this and put it into your own use, and elect people who are revolutionary minded. There are too many youths who are terribly conservative. In fact, these days you have so many young people who graduate from universities and they just keep their certificate under their pillows, and their parents will be going around looking for who will help them secure a job. Even parents who are less educated than themselves. So we need to really shake up our youths. They are sleeping. The truth is that they are only waiting to be served breakfast in bed, dinner in bed, and lunch in bed, and that opportunity doesn't exist.
Now, I think these are genuine issues that he has raised. If you look at Nigerian youths today, like he said, we are the clappers at political rallies. They are used as thugs, like he said. You know, a good number of them would rather support those old politicians than their own. Even the unity among the youths is a serious concern.
Well, these are valid concerns, and I can't agree more with him. It's this. When we talk about the young people in political participation, what has it been hitherto? It's been about young people being the ones who go out to vote, who go out to do the campaigns, who gather at the rallies. And it's now time to, like I said, the opportunity has now been given to us. Let's see, beyond just being political talks and being political tools for an older generation, it's now time to take up that position. Why don't you come together? And the simple way out is for young people to come together. That has just been lacking. We've had, at many instances, when a young person comes out, who are his biggest critics? The same young people he wants to represent, and the same young people he wants to come out to support. I think this is a nudge to us to give profound support to the many among us who will be taking advantage of this bill. And it's 2019. Luckily, we're already at the election stage. Yes. Young people will be buying their tickets at these stages. Let us give our support to them and let us test them.
Okay. Now, why is it difficult for the older generation to trust the youth? Because one of the problems that they are going to face now is that the older generation is yet to live, is not ready to leave the political space. So, and that leaves the youth with a very limited opportunity, limited chances, and makes the game tougher for them. What can we do to ensure that the older generation trust the Nigerian youth to the extent that they are able to relinquish power to them?
This is like sharing meat and keeping the best portion for yourself.
Wow.
What the older people do is exactly what they should do naturally. They have finished sharing the meat and they know where the bigger amount of flesh is, and they keep it for themselves. It is for the youth to now insist, no, that sharing formula is unacceptable. Because when people are celebrating this, I say it's only for National Assembly and the State House of Assembly. The law didn't change for president.
It did.
No, it didn't change dramatically for president. Yes. Why didn't they bring everything to 25? Even if they are serious about changing it. But then on the part of the youth, this other space that is already created by way of local government chairmanship election, where there is no age limitation. Yes, how many of you young people have run for local government chairman between the age of 18 and the 25? Who says so? Local government chairman position is even far more juicy in most cases than a House of Representatives.
Okay. Now, going forward, how will Nigerian youths activate the potentials of this bill, even in 2019, quickly?
Well, power is not served a la carte. Nobody's going to hand over power, like I said. Okay. And Nigerian youths have to go and get it. That is just a simple thing. We have to get it, come together, mobilize, pick up our tickets, and successfully get those positions that we're looking at.
Your final word on the program.
Nigerian youth should insist that a bigger space should be left for them, and the only way to keep that space is that since there is a retirement age for civil servants, a retirement age for judges and a retirement age for people in different sectors of governance. Yes. There should also be a retirement age for people who are running for position of governor, president, National Assembly, State Assembly. That is the only guarantee that they have enough space. It is not proper that people will retire from the military or the civil service at the age of 60 and then start contesting election to the Senate at that age, only to end up in the Senate sleeping most of the time.
Okay. Well, I must thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the program. Honorable, I thank you for all that you said on the program, and we wish you the very best. And then the Nigerian youth, well, the ball is now in your court, and we sincerely hope that you take full advantage of the potentials of this bill signed into law by Mr. President today. This is where we call it a date on the program Nigeria Today for today. The last edition for this week is tomorrow. Join us then. Bye-bye.